Hello, Voice Crypto. Hope that you can hear me. So this is just for testing. I'm ready when you are. So I hope that everything is okay. As I mentioned, like I'm just waiting. So just confirm me that everything is okay. Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you guys hear me? Good morning.
Yes. Good morning, sir. Just waiting for you to start. Like we are in live already. So hope that you're ready.
Yep, let's do it. Um, what's the format going to look like? Are we going to be here, or are we going to be live on a separate link? And do we have to be
Like
on video?
No problem. Like if you want, you can open up your camera, and also like people can hear and listen from our Binance link. In the Google Meet link, just we're like you, me, and David. So yeah, there's and also if I talk more about the format, like I think you already got an introductory question, then X comment, then we'll take some question from the live, like in Binance comment session, like comment segment. So these are for now.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. Sounds like a plan.
Okay, yep, thank you. So I'd like to thank you all of our community members, first of all, in Wise Crypto, which is very decentralized platform right now, and also I can say very popular in crypto, like in crypto space actually. So today we'll discuss more about the like address. So here's our honorable guest, David, and also the founder. So first of all, sir, could you please introduce yourself? Like how do you like your experience, and also your skills so far?
Yes. My name's Othniel Mbamalu. I am based in the United States of America, and I am the CEO and founder of the Adashe project. Can you guys hear me? Okay.
Yes, sir, no problem. I can hear you and I can see you also. Yes, I think you can see me, but I just got the information that my video is buffering, so that's how I was closed. So, yep, thank you for introducing yourself. And also, yep, like I mentioned, like Adashi is building a system for data, like federation and also virtualization. So, we'll discuss more about later. Yeah, could you please share more about your project actually? Like, what is the mission and vision in the crypto space? Your mic is off, sir. Your mic. Check your mic, please. Just open your mic.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes. Awesome. I apologize for that. I think we should be it should be hitch free going forward. One of the key things that's affected the crypto market up until now is being able to access the traditional market. Um, this has been one of the advantages of crypto, but it's also been one of its key disadvantages. If you read the initial white paper for Bitcoin, the suggestion for the solutions that was being put forward wasn't necessarily to create a parallel system, as it were. It was to create a system that was separate from the traditional finance system, but also to create a system that would be attractive and useful for people who might have subscribed to the traditional financial model. And crypto has evolved, obviously, ever since past that, and has been able to do and accomplish a lot of amazing things. We're in a space now where crypto is its own thing and traditional finance is its own thing. One of the things that we decided to do within Adashi is create solutions and systems that would allow for people within a traditional finance market to uh, participate in crypto and in cryptocurrency and do it efficiently and do it without any of the worries that you might traditionally have when investing or participating. Investing might not be is not the right word. Participating in an ecosystem like this, and so everything we're going to describe that we've done with Adashi brings the efficiency, brings the anonymity of cryptocurrency, and all of these benefits that we have in within the crypto space, in addition to some of the benefits that you will find in traditional, and actually expands that, expands this capabilities beyond all of that, which is really exciting and interesting to us.
Okay, yeah, thank you. I saw like David has left, so nothing to. Yeah, thank you, sir, for describing about your Adachi and also your mission so far. So I saw like you're trying to revolutionize the future of money actually. So could you say in what process you are trying to do this, and also what specific features contribute to like potential success in the market?
Do you mind please repeating the question? I think I got part of it. I'm trying to understand the question fully so I can.
Okay, yeah, like could you please share some of your features like that like you are trying to contribute in the potential success in the market? Like could you share your features, like what features you're providing for the users, and also what kind of accessibility you're providing to like all of your users? Yeah.
Oh, yes, absolutely. And so, as part of the features we mentioned, if you were in the crypto space and you wanted to participate in what might be considered the traditional in the traditional market, for example, you're trying to pay for an airline ticket, or you're trying to pay for a meal at a restaurant, or you're trying to uh, pay for a service, say a VPN service, or say it's an email service, data storage service, as it were. One of the things that Adachi does, as a part of the way our ecosystem is built, it's not a feature that is added on. It is part of what we actually set out to do, is allow for some of these entities and businesses to directly integrate with what we're doing. And we're providing solutions to allow for them to do that. So we're modifying the fee structures and the ability for transactions to be sent and received, either at a single time or at a given period of time. And we're building software solutions to allow for this to happen, right? So businesses can use these kinds of solutions, reduce the amount of fees that they have to pay, allow for cross-border transaction while staying within the regulatory requirements of specific governments in different jurisdictions. And so this would benefit our users significantly because they would be able to go to any businesses, they'd be able to use their cryptocurrency, Adashi in this question, and it wouldn't matter to the business or to the user where they are in the world. They would be able to perform these set transaction, and it would be cheaper within cost for these businesses who are looking to participate or utilize the advantages that cryptocurrency brings. So aside of having a cryptocurrency that does this, the entire Adashi ecosystem is built with solutions, with software solutions that are separate from the crypto itself that allow for these things. The Adashi cryptocurrency is just built to enable these kind of lubrication. It's the lubricant within this general ecosystem that we're building. So
Yeah, thank you. So thank you. So yeah, like as you mentioned, this is a seamless fusion for the Tradefi, Gamify, and also for the DeFi and also data system. So that's amazing. And also people if you to learn more, just check out their website, adashi.io. And also there is important news. I think we need to share about their pre-sale. So, sir, as far I know, your pre-sale just after 4 days. So, could you share some insights about your pre-sale, like how much people can purchase, like everything about your token and also like utilities?
yes, absolutely. So we are doing a fair launch we're doing a fair launch on trying to wake up. We're doing a fair launch on Pink Sale. And this would allow us to the market to determine what the pricing and the pricing model for our token would be. And this would commence on the 31st of this month, and would run its course for about 5 days. Um, and within that period of time, the demand and the supply for said token would allow for us to set a floor price. We do intend to get listed on exchanges uh, um, shortly after that, maybe a couple of weeks after that. You'll be able to go to any most crypto exchanges, or at least we'll disclose that and make a list of the crypto exchanges in question and purchase and sell and trade the cryptocurrency however it is you intend to. So.
Okay, yeah, thank you. So people, if possible, take part on their fair launch actually. So as I mentioned, to learn their more information, just follow their Twitter, join their community. So Sorry, as far I know, there are a lot of projects in the crypto space like you. So could you say what distinguishes Adashi from other projects in the cryptocurrency space, like especially considering its seamless fusion of the Tradefi, DeFi, and data system?
Yes. So each of those little items are really exciting. A lot of the times people use jargon to promote projects, but every single item you mentioned in that question are things that and with advice from a very amazing and smart informed team have actually worked through. We've determined what the specific ratios and specific numbers are. I believe that there is a science to it, as a matter of fact. So in DeFi, for example, there are traditional DeFi products, financial products that people want to get access to, and that works fantastically and amazingly within DeFi. So you have your lending and borrowing, and people can stake their tokens, and people can farm for liquidity. They can provide liquidity and earn, and transaction fees and what have you. So all of those traditional DeFi um, products we are building, and we are modulating our fees and what's required to ensure that it's most attractive to a user, to a customer, say for this specified DeFi app, DeFi platform that we're building, which is going to be available on many different platforms. On the traditional finance side of things, we've also seen recently an integration of crypto, and in this case, DeFi, and traditional finance paradigms. The different worlds are starting to combine, not in the least the approval of crypto ETFs, Bitcoin ETFs by the SEC recently. And so what we've chosen to do is, how do you best appeal to people within the traditional financial market and incentivize with the huge growth potential you have within the crypto market? If you've looked at the crypto markets over years and looked at the traditional finance markets over the years, you've seen that crypto has experienced a lot of growth, and that's because people see the key potential of this technology. It isn't just the hype. Yes, the hype is what we see, it's the media. Underlying that is the key, the core, the power of the technology. If the technology was flimsy, people wouldn't pay as much attention. And I think that we just started. I think the limits are we've not hit the limits yet. It's beyond bound, and the market is experiencing all of these things because we're trying to figure out exactly what the market is going to look like. But to your question, with traditional finance, we design some products which can be modified in the future. But the way they're designed right now is to allow for people, customers, people who use this traditional finance and DeFi app, which would be merged into one, to benefit maximally from our ecosystem. So they want to approach it like a traditional finance conservative investor, and they show up and, oh, this is what I want to do. It's clear, it's written. This is what you're going to get. This is the benefits. Those funds get put into a crypto fund, used within the crypto ecosystem, used within the Adashe ecosystem, and the benefits and the result of that is huge gains, huge profits that are not unreasonable, that are measured. Because one of the things that's happened in the crypto market is a lot of founders and projects have made determination that you can have endless profits in a short period of time. You can have huge profits over time. This is possible, but over short periods of time, because of that promise, they've ended up bankrupting a company and involving in things that are, how would you say, not exactly the best practices. We've designed a system that has checks and balances, has insurance that protects the funds of the customers in question, and that would allow for them to experience the kind of growth that's possible in the crypto market, but with some level of stability or growth that's greater than what you would find in traditional markets, but with a level of stability and control to ensure that you don't have the kind of collapses that you might find in some traditional crypto markets, which is not a fault of crypto. It's just a result of the fact that the market is still maturing and we're still trying to understand the failure modes. The final point, and we can expand on that later, the final point is data. The data systems are very important to us. And the easiest way to describe what data does is, I use this example quite a bit. If you have a commodities trader in New York, someone who trades and he monitors soybeans because he wants to buy or sell a specific stock based on the performance of soybean farm somewhere in Iowa or somewhere in some farm somewhere. He could collect real-time data from the farm provided by the farmer, and this data would allow for him to make decisions on whether to buy or sell. And he can make that decision. He can automate it. He can say, if this is happening in this location, this is the impact it's going to have on the market. And so this person is able to trade and buy based on real-time data that's provided to him. Every time that data gets sent to him from this farmer or group of farmers in Iowa, say he's based in New York, that farmer gets paid a tiny bit of compensation for this. And the farmer, and the trader in return gets the data that he needs to make that trade to avoid having huge losses. So there's benefit on both sides, and the accumulation of this obviously results. And the cryptocurrency, or the currency that works for this ecosystem that I just mentioned, this data system that I just mentioned, is Adashe. It allows for data from different sources to be collected, and allows for that data to be virtualized, and for people to be able to review. You can reverse, you can look at historical data, you can look at current data, and you can make a determination for what it is you want to do. Adashe is the cryptocurrency that allows for this to work. This is not Adashe's project. It's Adabase. Adabase is a separate entity. Adabase is building the software already as we speak, and is going to be integrating the software. The cryptocurrency that allows for transactions to happen quickly and irrespective of what country you're in is Adashe. And this is very exciting for us because it allows for people who are staking our tokens to earn huge amount of fees, because every time there's that transaction, there's going to be fees assessed, and it allows for a lot of flow and activity within the ecosystem. I know that's a long-winded answer, but I just wanted to make sure I gave as much explanation to that as I could. So thank you.
Yes, for sure. Thank you. Thank you for your Yeah, thank you for your answer. Like you did describe very well. So hope that everyone has got it. So, sir, if I talk more about like investor side, could you mention like what the key factors that potential investors should consider when they invest or buy your token actually? And also, are there any like any special benefits for the token holders you're providing if they hold it for the long term?
Yes, absolutely. So one of the things you should consider, I'll answer the second part of your question later, but one of the things they should consider would be, for example, how vibrant and how managed is an ecosystem. So the trick really is, you don't want to make a huge amount of money and then lose that amount of money the next day. You want to build wealth on potential, and you want for that wealth, for that growth to be rapid. So we think we've been able to come up with a solution for that. In fact, underlying everything we've been talking about is, how do you create the kind of gains and benefits you might be able to find within the crypto ecosystem, and at the same time maintain a level of stability, a level of reduce the degree of volatility. So because every market is going to experience volatility based on external factors that are not up to them or up to that specific market. But reducing that volatility is key. So what we've done is we've designed systems to allow for our customers or people within the ecosystem, say not customers, but users of this currency in question, because it actually is a currency. We've designed systems that would allow for them to participate, reduce the risk factor for them. And these are some of the businesses, the entities in the ecosystem. A good example might be, everyone in the ecosystem, in the Adashe ecosystem, gets a vote on specific items. If you're a token holder and you have your tokens in our specific wallet, it's designed in such a way to assign a specific number of votes on specific number of issues that can be brought up by either the user, or importantly, the entities, the companies that we have within our ecosystem. So Adashe is going to be working with companies across the world, across the board, and they're going to participate in our ecosystem. And they're going to say, in order for the ecosystem to do better. So this would not be the decision of the founder and the CEO. It wouldn't be, I wake up one morning and I'm upset about something, and I decide to make a decision that affects all the people within our ecosystem. And it's also not a group of really smart people who are making these decisions alone. We are considering the smart thing to do. We're considering the thing that the people within the ecosystem want to do. And we're also considering what the businesses within our ecosystem wants to do. And finding a balance, a very critical balance, is exactly why great economies do well. It's because there's a consideration from the people, from a government, and from the business sector, from the financial sector. When you balance these three, you find you get the United States, you get, currently places like India, you get places like, you know, countries in Europe. And I'm not mentioning all the countries. I'm sure there are a bunch of other countries that have been able to do this correctly, but there's a fine balance there. So that's what Adashe Foundation, which is the governing body, is aiming to do. Executing this is going to be very important. And we also have the best minds, the best people on board to allow for this to be executed correctly. The other thing I'm going to touch on was what immediate benefits a user might find. So if you're an Adashi token holder, if someone were to send or sell or transfer Adashi, there's a 1% fee that's assessed. So if someone sent $1 million, there'd be a 1% fee assessed on that specific transaction. 50% of that gets distributed to all wallets of all Adashi holders immediately. The other 50% goes to the Adashe Foundation to allow for us to run. We have staff and a lot of these other things to allow for us to run the organization and pay salaries and do all of these other things, organize events and what have you. So that's an immediate benefit. But just holding the token, you're actually earning. You don't have to stake. You don't have to do any of that. You're actually earning transaction fees passively as you go. So those are the two parts of your question, I believe. And I hope I answered that satisfactorily. So.
Yes, definitely. So yeah, this is very like I can say useful that you have 1% access. So I saw like there are a lot of crypto projects they put it 5%, 10% access. So this is huge, I can say. But you are just putting 1% access. So yeah, people you can purchase, you can hold it for the long term, definitely. But this is not any kind of financial advice to you. Just make your own research to learn more. Um, so, sir, if I talk more about your future plan, like, could you share information about your Adashi roadmap, including upcoming milestone and also developments that investor and the community can look forward to?
So we have a detailed roadmap on our website, and on different platforms. Essentially, I think item number one would be something like, building and developing our website and developing the ecosystem. So developing the ecosystem, um, it was the number one priority for us because I have been in crypto for a really long time. Like I was in crypto when Bitcoin was less than $100 or maybe even less than that. I was living in Africa at the time. I remember a friend of mine from Australia. If you're watching this, Derek, and called me and saying to me, "Hey, have you heard about this Bitcoin thing and about Bitcoin mining?" And I was like, "No." And so my point is I've watched the market grow and evolve over time. And it wasn't just hearing about Bitcoin. I was actively involved in research. I didn't purchase any. I lived in Africa. I couldn't afford to feed myself. And so I didn't make millions of dollars or billions of dollars, but I understand how the ecosystem works. I did a lot of research to understand how Bitcoin works and how blockchains work and all of that stuff. And the reason that's important to the conversation is it allowed me time to understand the flaws, the faults. I could have built a crypto project since then. I could afford it. Or there was a time the ICO rush in 2020, 2021, or prior a little bit prior to that, and all of these things. We could have done that. I chose to understand why a person would want a cryptocurrency, why a person would want to use this. They have to want it beyond just the hype of if I bought this cryptocurrency, it might balloon and become something big and then I sell and I make a bunch of money, which is valid. And I think this Adachi is going to offer that and more. But I needed to understand something beyond that. And so I'm a problem solver. I'm an engineer. I have multiple patents in aerospace engineering, multiple US patents in aerospace and building rockets and designing rockets and rocket systems. So if you look me up and you look up the US patent office, you will find some of my patents on rockets. I solve problems. And so when I saw the crypto ecosystem, I decided what problems needs to be solved here, not just how can we create a cryptocurrency and go make money? I needed to understand what value we're providing. And I think according to the roadmap, that was a very important part of the entire project to me is designing the ecosystem. What the heck are we doing? Understanding why a person would be like, Adashi, that's the one. That's what we want. And we spent over a year doing this, many years actually doing this. Obviously, little tweaks over there, but as a project Adashi over a year. But before that, little notes that I would take when I wake up in the morning and all of these, take a bunch of notes. And then eventually I felt I was ready. So that's for the first item. And I'm going to rush through the other items because I know we don't have time. We designed a smart contract that allows for some of the functions that I mentioned to be executed and delivered. And that's very exciting. We have some really amazing engineers. Shout out to Media Suffolk and some of the other amazing people that have been working with us. Token presale, which is what we're looking to do on Pink Sale. I had a little glitch earlier. I try to remember a name. For reference, I'm just waking up from a few hours sleep. We're doing a fair launch on Pink Sale, and we will do another sale after that. And then we will be listed on exchanges. Uh, and then so the exchange listing will be the next item. The DeFi app launch. We are currently working on launching our own DeFi apps. There will be apps just like OKX and what have you that you could actually download. There'll be a website and you can do a lot of the function outside of our apps. But because of the voting functionality in our ecosystem, we want people to participate. And so we will allow for people to do a lot of things if they don't have our app. But if you want to get the full Adashi treatment, then doing it on our app is the best way to do it. There's going to be a traditional finance and AI trading integration. So we've been experimenting very important. We've been experimenting with, everyone has this AI trader, a trader bot that does all of these amazing things and apparently never loses money. We are experimenting with combining humans and AI to make decisions and determination, and allow for people to actually trade on our platform and do it intelligently, hands-free. You could just put in the money, set the parameters of what you want, what you expect to achieve, the AI does the determination for if that's reasonable, if that's doable, and if you fall within the parameters, it will do everything that it can to ensure that uh, you get the results in question. And if you don't, there are insurance measures put in place to ensure that you don't lose your money, and so on and so forth. So we're working on this as we speak. And then Adabase is the software I mentioned to you, and that's going to be fully deployed. So we have a lot of little things that we're doing to support an ecosystem. It's not just a token. It's going to be very vibrant, and the potential is going to be huge. But also, there's going to be real meat behind on top of the bone. And then finally, we plan on deploying our own custom blockchain. I think Adashi currently runs on Polygon and on Ethereum blockchain right now, which is fantastic. But we think the future would be for us to design our own for fees and interoperability purposes and speed. I said speed already. But that's because it's very important to us. We want for transactions to happen quickly. The real-time conversation we had about Adabase, the software that we want people to collect information and send information to different places, it has to happen quickly and in real time. And the transaction, not just the data, but the transactions every time that happens has to happen almost as quickly as that data is flowing back and forth. And so we think the solution to that would be to create our own. Ethereum is pretty fast. Polygon is pretty fast. And the software we're building right now is allows for things to happen in the background. So even if the transactions don't happen automatically, over time it collates and then sends. But we want for it to be real time, and we think our own custom blockchain would allow for that to happen, and we're working on that. So that would be the last item on our roadmap. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So, like you described your whole journey, so happy to know about yourself, your journey so far. Yeah, definitely people like you can just stay tuned to see their last phase, and also you can make your own research actually to learn more. But I think he described more clearly. So thank you, sir. So I got few questions from our like ex comment. Hope that you're ready to take this first one. I can ask about your partners. I think which is very important, for any project to achieve their goals. So far, could you share? Do you have any kind of partners, or like do you have any plan to onboard more partners in future, and what kind of benefits you're getting?
Oh, absolutely. So we have different partners that offer different things to the ecosystem. We have launchpads and VCs partnerships, and we are obviously growing this and expanding this. I could touch on some of our partnerships, but yes, if we get the right kind of calls, the right kind of emails tomorrow, we will onboard all of the relevant partnerships that we need to. And this is very exciting for me because I'm starting to learn a lot about the, part of the crypto industry that I didn't know. I come from a technical background, from a how do you solve the problem point of view. But now we're looking at, oh, it's beyond that. There are all of these other people that do all of these things, and they're really exciting, an exciting part of the market. And I'm learning about all, and it's really exciting to me, the influencer space and all of these different people. So we do have partnerships that are beyond anything that I can mention as a matter of fact, and this is a factual things you could fact check. But these are some of the key ones. We're working with NF Media Group. They've been amazing for us. And we have people like McQ Equity, who are helping us with our outreach campaign to different VCs and different kind of investment opportunities. And they've been fantastic. And to a certain extent, Pink Sale, because we didn't just go create a Pink Sale list, and we work very closely with the Pink Sale team to ensure that we design our offering as best as possible. And so this is very important to me. We do have project partners, right? So I had mentioned how Adashe ecosystem is supposed to allow for this kind of growth, but also ensure some degree of stability within the ecosystem. Companies like Travel Avatar, Pal Remit, um, and we have a uh, market making partner, Tradefi Trading. We're talking to them and we're figuring out the next. But in essence, we've agreed to work with them. We're very excited about this. Companies like Purple Sand and BVA and Obi. Obi is a metaverse. Is being built and designed as a metaverse platform. And these are some of the things you will start to see as Adashi goes live post our fair launch and the other sales after that. And then obviously Adabase, which is the software in question. These are independent, separate entities and companies, but they have very close ties to Adashi and how Adashi is supposed to function. And yes, without any doubt in my mind, we will continue to grow and expand these partnerships on a daily, on a weekly basis, as long as their vision and mission aligns with what Adashi is trying to do, and we find them to be credible partnership. Good. When you enter into a partnership and your partners are slimy people, they're involved in fraud and some stuff, even if you're not, it can rub off. So we need to know that these people are actually serious, they're good people, they meet the same standards that we do. Just like decision making in Adashi isn't just a single, even though I'm the founder and CEO, I try to run most of the decision making across the team. So the multiple people involved and knowledgeable, I share my ideas. What I bring is my idea, my visionary capacity. The team looks at it. Is this within the bounds of legality? We have financial officers that monitor our finances and know what's spent. We're hiring accountants and all of these things. So we're running this not just as any other crypto project. We want to ensure that the mistakes that people made in the past doesn't repeat. Also, you want to do as much as you can to stay out of jail. Not a good place to be. So it's a balancing thing. You can make money while doing that. So yes, in essence, that's the. I think I hope that answers your question. But in essence, that's a bit of it.
Definitely got it. So yep, thank you, and best wishes to your partners for the future. And like, hope that you're a global project, but there is a question I got about your access. So, are you a regional or international project? And also, which market do you currently focusing on? And also, it is concerned to developing and expanding to attract clients, users, or partners?
So the current market, Africa, the Middle East, Asia, um, Australia, um, or South America, Central America, and um, essentially. And yes, if you for the keen-eared amongst you, I didn't mention the United States. That's because at the moment, U.S. citizens are not allowed to purchase the Adashi cryptocurrency. There will be a time where we transition and we'll make that announcement. But for the pink sale or any rounds after that, you're not allowed to. It will be possible in the near future for US citizens to be able to purchase the Adashi cryptocurrency. But we are stating this publicly, unequivocally, so everyone knows that we are not going to be taking Pinksteel doesn't have a KYC. I don't think they do, or what have you. But there are measures that are put in place to ensure that. Obviously, we don't offer OFAC sanctioned countries. So if you're in some OFAC sanctioned countries, because of the U.S. laws and international laws, respectfully, we will not be accepting anything from those places. But otherwise, most other jurisdictions around the world, or every other jurisdiction around the world, is covered, and we are that's a huge market, significant market, and we're excited for this. And we hope that some of these other markets open up because there's a lot of potential in those places. And we want a global crypto family, a global crypto community, but only when and where it is appropriate and conforms with the laws specific time point in time. So
Yeah, thank you. So I think we covered everything through this question, but the remaining question, I think, sorry, you can directly answer through their link in our Twitter, no problem. So it's time to take some question from the community, like live. I saw people are waiting to ask you a few questions. So hope that you're ready to take this.
yes.
Okay, yeah, thank you. The first one I got about your security. He asked about, do you have any audit or KYC certificates? Could you share? And also, if no, could you share? Do you have any plan for this?
We do have audits and KYC. Solid Proof did our audits on our smart contract and our KYC, and we are doing secondary KYC with uh, Pink Sale as well. And these are relatively expensive processes, but we want to make sure that it isn't just Solid Proof who's saying it, it's Pink Sale, it's whoever or whatever other entities want to jump in. So yes, our Spark contracts are fully audited. Our team is fully doxed and fully KYC. Um, and we will continue to do these kinds of things to ensure that there's trust in community and that everybody knows that we are on the up and up. We also creating a structure that ensures that there's full reporting responsibility if it's not within the NDAs of people within the organization, because there are some items we don't want to share because of we want to maintain that advantage for Dashi. Our staff are absolutely free to share if they find anything that they think is shady or whatever within the ecosystem. They're fully allowed to do that. And so we built again. I've looked at the market long enough to understand that these are the kind of things you need to do. So it wasn't because it's a necessity. I've always thought this is what we need to do. This is how we need to do it in order to ensure that there's maximal trust. So yes, from a security point of view, we've made sure that's taken care of, in essence. Yes.
Yes, definitely. So guys, nothing to worry about their security. Like they have the audit certificate as you mentioned. So yeah, like there's another question. Like, do you have any anti-inflation mechanism for your token?
So we have a limit for this token. There wouldn't be more than 10 billion of them. Half of that would be on Ethereum, half of that would be on the Polygon chain. We do not have a burn mechanism, but we do not have a mint mechanism either. So they will not be any more than the 10 billion that's currently minted. And we will um, the total token in supply. So this is where the economics comes to play. This is where the sort of informed decision making becomes very important. We have people who look at what the token in circulation is. look at what the market is, what the activity within the market is, and make a determination for new sales, or if we just cap it at that, and we will involve the community in this decision making. So yes, even though we have 10 billion, we will only do new releases. And by new releases, I mean within that 10 billion. We're not minting any more than that. Uh, Based on prescription by our experts in-house, um, the feel from the community, if we feel like putting that out to the community. And it will be done in ways that would allow the ecosystem to grow. So one of the things you can do is you could decide to release a whole bunch of tokens and then sell a whole bunch of tokens and make a bunch of money because you're a scummy person or whatever, and then whatever. You could also do that because you see value being brought into the ecosystem. Let's say there's a new amazing business and Adashe ecosystem partners with this business, and we decide, oh, yes, this business is going to bring in a million new people into the Adashe ecosystem, and it's going to help sort of incentivize activity. Well, we can then have this conversation with our community or with the people with the businesses and all of these people, and then we can make that decision to bring these businesses in and then participate and become part of our ecosystem. And so even though we've sold or released more tokens, there's more value in the ecosystem. Whereas in some instances, they just decide, oh, we're going to sell a bunch of things and then we're going to, that's not. And one of the things I try to be, because I watched a bunch of videos of crypto founders saying things, and so it's like, oh my gosh, here we go again. So there will be contractual obligations, and this is I think this call is being recorded. Please tell me after this answer if it is. We will not be releasing tokens beyond our responsibility to ensuring that the ecosystem grow for advertising purposes, not for paying people. I already have the team members have a token allocation that's going to vest over 4 years. So that's it. And then we're going to have fees that would pay salaries for people. That's it. All the other tokens will be used directly for advertising, recruiting new business, bringing in new partnerships, all of these different things. None of it will go to pay salaries. Let me repeat that. None of it will go to pay salaries at all, or pay any salaries, pay anybody anything. You can't, no rugging, none of that bullshit stuff. It's going to be direct. Uh, Team members have allocation. Fees will go to pay day-to-day salaries and all of these, therefore CEO and all of the other people, and even advertising and all of the operations. But if we need to go an extra mile, then yes, we can say, hey, this is what we're doing, this is what we're doing, and this is how it's going to bring value to ecosystem. So just wanted to put that out there. So that our anti-inflation would be that have a fixed supply.
Yes.
We're only gonna release all of this, and then there's no mint. So
Yeah, thank you. I think that's the question. We got your answer like you described the anti-inflation mechanism. So there's another question, like how is Adashi addressing the global financial challenges?
I see. I don't think this is something that's unique to Adashi only. I mean, I want to hype the project as much, but one of the things you're gonna find with me, which is something that I've always done with crypto, even when I bought Bitcoin initially, and these stories are very important to me. This is I communicate by telling small stories. Even when I bought Bitcoin initially, um, I and it went up to 60 something thousand dollars, if you guys remember that. I always questioned, what's the utility here? This is an asset that people are speculating on. This was me making money and at the same time using my engineering rational brain trying to figure out exactly what the heck was going on, right? And so, but now I get it. Now I really do. I understand the value of this ecosystem as a whole. And this is not just something that's subject to Adashi. This is something that a lot of cryptos can do. But I think Adashi has one of the best opportunities to penetrate multiple markets because of all the other things we're building around it, and because of the way the ecosystem is designed, including places like the United States. Um, is it allows for easy cross-border transactions at very minimal fees. The amount of impact this has. I mean, you send a wire transfer and it takes days to get anywhere. To send a wire transfer to India, or to the United Kingdom, wherever. It takes days to get there, and it's expensive. It's quite expensive. If you calculate the time, you calculate all of these different things. With crypto, you can send a transaction, and in seconds, in some instances, it's there, and it's extremely cheap. It's extremely affordable. The fees are low, and what have you. This opens up a whole new world. Imagine maritime industry and all of these other places, what you can do with it. And so Adashi is building on that legacy. We want to ensure that within regulatory frameworks, governments impose in different countries, that we're able to abide by those, and we allow for the speed and flexibility and accessibility. Up until this point, if you want to participate in crypto, you needed to be knowledgeable. Oh my gosh, I need to know about seed phrase. I need to know about MetaMask and blockchain. Oh, here we go. All of these things. Now we're building a system where, Abuela, or, like, Babushka, or a grandma from somewhere can just get a phone, and she's like, she just takes it, and she just does simple operations that she can. It's intuitive, it's fast. She doesn't have to figure out anything. And she can benefit maximally from all the benefits, from all the things that a sophisticated crypto person can do, because the instructions are simple, they're straightforward, the messages are easy to understand. This is what, if you want to just put money there and spend good, if you want to make benefits and profits and all of these different things, this is how you go about that. And so you put all of those things together, and then you offer a service. This opens up an entire world of possibilities for cryptocurrencies beyond what it already does, which is easy cross-border transactions and all of these different things that it currently offers. You're now giving people so much financial freedom, ability to make decisions what they want to do. You have traditional finance. So what you do, I just want to stay in the TradFi side because the crypto market is whatever. You can transfer your funds to traditional finance, and then now you feel, oh, I'm relaxed. Oh, crypto is doing well. I want to push my money there. I want to do all of these different things. You're allowing people to make decisions for their own benefit without having to worry about any of the traditional things that they have to worry about within the crypto ecosystem. I apologize, my dog is, if you but yes, that's my answer. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem, no problem. I have also my cat around me, so no problem. Thank you. So I think I can take the one last question. Like, is there any airdrop events coming up like in the project? And also, then you can edit. Could you like, do you have any kind of listing plan on centralized or digitalized exchanges in future?
My team, we have a very vibrant team, and they organize our events, and they organize activities as needed to ensure that the ecosystem continues to grow. We will have AMAs in the future. We will have, we're planning on physical events actually, and people around the world can come attend, or participating in events that have been organized by other crypto forum or forums that you might have, and all of these different kinds of things. And so we will update you guys. If you follow us on our social media, you will learn all about it. But um, I have a lot of energy. I'm very excited. I'm a young person, and I have so much to give. There will be plenty to do, is the point I'm trying to make. Like, I still have a lot of enthusiasm in me to create solutions, to stay up late, to do all of these different things. We want to create a vibrant ecosystem. We want to do something different. The Adashi, the word, the name of our project is based on an idea from my childhood, and how, even though we compete with each other, we can find ways to cooperate and grow together and support each other and be that foundation. And so the combination of these different entities, the general public and the businesses, and a crypto think tank, if you like the Adashi Foundation, coming together, is how we solve these come up these problems that have been plaguing crypto. And so we're going to be working with other entities. We're going to be working, cooperating. I'm absolutely open to that, because there's plenty to go around, a lot of potential, a lot of possibility for growth, and people are solving problems left, right, and center. Yes, we want to be top, but we want to participate and benefit people as well, because this is the best way to do that. So people are recommending you and making mention of you, like, this project is really good. What these guys are doing are very good. That's the sustainable way to grow, in my opinion. There are some industries where you want to be exclusive, completely exclusive. I mean, our smart contract is, open source, and it's on the internet. You can look, you can comb through it if you want it. And that spirit is what we're bringing as well. There's openness, there's transparency. And we're going to keep doing that, not just for smart contract, because this is what every project does or whatever, but for everything that we do. If there's a real demand and need to see the numbers, or to see the this or see the that, we'll make sure we make that. So check out our social media. We are Adashe FNDN, Adashe FNDN on Twitter, on most social media. We are not exactly on Instagram. We do have a Korean Instagram handle. We also do have an English Instagram, and this is important. Um, if you don't find it on our link tree, it's not official. It's not from us. We do have a link tree, and it's there's no underscore, there's no nothing. It's FNDN, Adashi FNDN, FNDN. So you can find all of our social media links. I think that someone on this chat is going to share that with you somehow or another. And we're excited for our launch on it.
Like we already shared in our voice community, people can find from our voice crypto, so nothing to worry, and they can find from our like Twitter or X, so nothing to worry. Yeah.
So we're looking forward to launch on this February. Thank you very much for that. We're excited. This is a community effort, and the community will respond to us in the way that the community responds to us. And we hope that it's positive, and we hope that we can together build this thing. Oh, they found out about Dashi. I remember the first live that we did, and I was there, and he talked about all of these different things, and yeah, whatever. And look at where the project is now. Look at what they've been able to do. So I might have a beard then, or something, but very excited for that future. Looking forward to working with all of you guys. Thank you very much for the time that you've given me to be able to share my vision, my thoughts with other human beings, in the effort to make our lives easier, more enjoyable, or whatever it is that humans are trying to do. But from a very spiritual point of view, because I am a person also, I really appreciate this moment. And from a financial and crypto point of view, let's go to the moon. Let's go to the moon. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you, sir, for your coming. And also, yeah, definitely people check out their website and also like make your own research. If you have any more questions or query, you can directly ask to their social media link. They will answer your question, nothing to worry. And also, don't forget to take part on their pre-sale, like trade launch in the paying sale. So people stay tuned. And thank you, sir, for your coming. Hope that people will join, people will enjoy more about their like in your Adashi. So thank you. Keep building for the future. And thank you, everyone.
Much appreciated. Thank you.
Yeah, sir. Bye.